Hey everybody.
Hi. Long time no see.
Yeah, our videos have been way out of sequence lately.
Well,
And very few of them on top of that in the last week and a half or so, right?
a week and a half since the big storm.
Yeah. Has it been that? Has it been just a week and a half?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not even quite a half, I think.
Yeah. Well, and we were able to get. I've still got more walkthrough videos to get uploaded, but I guess what we need to talk about today is one of the negative sides. And we just did a video on the storm and, blowing the trailer almost over and all that kind of stuff, but another negative side of
which has nothing to do with the storm.
Which has nothing to do with that at all. We have been very ill for the last, when did it start? Today's Wednesday.
The storm was Friday night.
Okay, what date? I'm
I don't
lost.
know the dates. We moved over to this campground on the 19th.
Okay.
And I think today is the 27th.
Well, 19th was a week ago Monday.
Right.
If that'll help you. August 19th. Today is Wednesday.
When we moved over to this location on the 19th, we were both starting to feel a little crummy.
Yeah, we had symptoms.
Yes.
And we were exposed. We feel that we had, and we're on the downhill run. Let me say that. But we feel.
No, we're on the uphill run now.
Okay, uphill run. Well, I was going to say the downhill side of the.
Of the feeling like crap.
But we feel that we were exposed to the C word. I'm not going to use the word, and it was purely accidental. No one's fault at all. It never is in these kind of situations. No.
Just you were at the wrong place at the right time.
Well, hey. But
anyway,
you just you don't know about these things, But anyway, so when we got here to this campground, which is just on the other side of Siloam Springs, Arkansas, it's just barely into the Oklahoma, in the state of Oklahoma. When we got here and got set up,
and very limited setup, we pulled in, hooked up to electric and water, and I think we went to bed.
Yeah, pretty much. Now that was a week ago Monday, and today is Wednesday, so we're talking about Monday through Monday, 7 days, and then Tuesday, Wednesday. So we're talking 9 days right now.
Yeah, well, good, because the internet says 10.
Oh, okay. All right.
10 days are both going to be normal.
Yeah, okay. But we've pretty much been in bed the whole time. And the thing we wanted to talk about, when you have these kind of, except for the times when we had certain chores that we had to do no matter what, and that's what we're talking about right now.
Thank goodness we had water at the site.
Yeah.
But we still had to dump our gray water tank.
Yes, yeah.
And there are days that was quite the chore.
Oh yeah, it was just all we could do just to muster up enough energy. And of course when we got done, the minute we get back to our house, we go back to bed. Now, technically speaking, we were supposed to have moved last Monday. Today's Wednesday.
Yeah.
We were supposed to have moved back to another campground in Arkansas last Monday, but we just knew that there was no way that we had enough in us to get hooked up full bore and then drive all the way back over there and then reset up again. We just knew there was no way.
No.
First, what we tried to do, we tried to extend a few days at the actual site we were at here at this campground. But it had already been reserved, so that didn't work. So then we started looking at other sites in the campground, and there was another site just around the corner, and that's the one we're in right now, and it's not a bad little site. The only thing that we don't like about it, but it's not that big of a deal, is this one has 30 amp service and the other one we were at had 50 amp service.
Right.
But we were able to move over to it, and it was available till Friday morning. We have to be pulling out Friday morning.
Right.
This is Wednesday, so we've got tonight and tomorrow night to recuperate enough to muster enough strength to hook up to the trailer and, go ahead and hook everything up. When we moved over here to this site, all I did was just drop it on the ball. Didn't bother to worry about the weight distribution hitch. I didn't even plug in the lights and the brakes on the trailer.
Well, we're just going from site 27 to 14.
I moved the block. I moved the whole block. And I wasn't going to go through all that effort. And then when we backed into this site, all I did, and fortunately the site was fairly level, left side to side. So all I did, because that's all we could do, we hooked up the water and the electric, and I simply leveled it up with the tongue jack, still hooked to the van, and we went back to bed.
We just took it out the van today.
Yeah,
because we got to make a trash run.
Yeah. So we did go ahead and unhook it today, but man, doing that and then re-leveling the trailer, I'm just very weak right now.
I think that's where we're at that stage. You have zero energy.
Right. Everything we do is like trying to move a mountain. I mean,
you're wading through water practically.
About all I can do is just, muster enough energy to pick these glasses up.
But I guess the moral of this, yes, it is possible to deal with illness when you're full-time RVing.
Yeah.
Basically, we have, as I told our daughter, we have watched more television in the last month, actually, because it's been so hot as well.
Yeah.
Than I think we've watched in 5 years of living full time.
Fortunately, the last two places we've been, we've had excellent internet.
Yeah.
And so when we go in to lay down, which we'll be doing here shortly, again, we'll be able to pull up a movie. Some of the movies we're rewatching we watched The Wrath of Khan the other day. Because we're Trekkies.
It doesn't matter because we both sleep through most of the movie anyway. Well. So that's beside the point.
But the thing about it is to consider, if you're thinking about doing this kind of thing, when these things happen, and if you don't have help readily available, the chores still have to get done. If you have to move and there's no place else to go within the campground, you've got to move to your next site. You've got to keep on moving. You can't, because the park ain't going to change things around just for you. They can't.
What's irritating though? The site that we were in.
Yeah.
I looked at it because wouldn't it have been nice if we could have just stayed there for a few more days? But no, it was booked.
There's still nobody in it.
There's still nobody moved into that site. So that's a little frustrating.
But it was booked.
So we had no choice.
We had no choice. But what it looks like happened, because I went back in and looked, it looks like whoever had reserved it for all those days came back in and modified it and took off the first 3 days. So, or it could have been what happened. It's hard to say.
It's hard to know.
It's hard to say exactly what happened.
It's frustrating. But, it's not like we could have gone down to the office and said, can't you move things around? They won't do that.
No, they can't do it. They can't make somebody else move because of you.
We wouldn't want to even call them on the phone and ask to us that would be a silly question.
Yeah.
It can't be done.
Yeah.
And, but anyway, we are feeling better.
Slowly but surely.
Somebody asked me if I was eating, and I assured them that I was, because I give them the act: drink orange juice, eat yogurt.
Yeah.
We've been doing all those things.
Yeah. Well, my appetite was just pretty well gone. I haven't eaten fairly anything. In fact, when I stepped out this morning in my my Hackabout pullover pants that I wear, and I just threw on a tank top and stepped out this morning to drink coffee with Deb, and I even got to where I wasn't even drinking coffee of a morning, and I always do that. Deb looked at me and said, "Man,
being sick agrees with you."
Yeah. So, hey, so there's that, But anyway, we just want to let you know that these things are things you got to consider. Do you have a plan? And I guess evidently not. We didn't have a plan. We're just trying to modify things to get through until we can muster up enough strength to do what we need to do. Now, we are near.
But don't you think where there's a will, there's a way?
There always is. We are near our children.
Yes.
And we have two young men, boys, well, they're men. They're not young men. They're men. I was a dad many times over. One of them is what, 30-something? I can't even remember.
I'm not even
anymore.
going to tell you the ages of your children.
Rob is in his late 40s.
Rob will be 47. Mike just turned 44.
They would drop everything and come and help us.
Yeah, but we don't need that kind of help.
No, but the thing about it is too, they simply do not understand the procedure of what I would need them to do to help me hook up. You know, I could stand back and talk them through it, but I don't want to take a chance on them getting what I've got, you know, just so they can be here to help me do this. So we don't want to bother them. They help us enough.
I've had other people contact me, want to know how we were doing, if we needed anything. And the answer is basically we're doing great. There's a Walmart within 10 minutes. All I got to do is put in a pickup order, which I've done.
Yeah.
And
might be doing one today.
Anyway, it's
getting low on yogurt.
It's too late in the day. My husband doesn't realize time's day.
Okay, whatever. So anyway, we always come on here being cheerful and talking about all the positive things that happen, and still, there are a whole bunch more positive things in regard to our lifestyle than there are negative things. But this is one of the negatives, and we will get through this. We have been this way before.
We've been sick before, and we know all you can do is hunker down. You know, you go in, you go to bed, and hope you got enough will to get up and fix you something to eat every once in a while. There
was a time, a little over 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago, when we drove straight into Pickensville in Alabama.
Yeah.
Simply backed into the
kind of like we did here.
Yeah. And hooked up the water and electric and leveled it fore and aft with the jack
and went to bed.
And went to bed. And we didn't come back out for 4 or 5 days.
It was a few days.
Yeah, park attendants knocked on the door now and then and said, you need to come down and register. Well, we've been real sick, and when they heard that, they stepped way back from the door. But anyway, all right, we're going to let you go. But anyway, we just thought we'd let you know what's been going on. You know, we're in the recovery
stage. And this is a beautiful campground.
Yeah, and we will be back.
We didn't get to even look at it.
We were going to give you a bicycle tour of this campground. It's got a beautiful set of waterfalls in this campground. We'll be back.
We're going to come back, hopefully, maybe sometime in October.
Yeah. Now, it's a state park. It's not a, it's an Oklahoma State Park. It's not a Corps of Engineer park. But we're going to be in this area for a while because we have, you know, this great-grandchild coming in November. And that's another thing. We can't go anywhere near our daughter and our granddaughter. It's because our daughter is with our granddaughter quite a bit, and we don't want to take a chance on giving that to either one of them, especially our daughter, because then if our daughter needed to get with Katie and then she accidentally gave it to Katie, and Katie's the one that's, you know, pregnant with the new great grandbaby. So all these things we have to think about right now. So anyway, we're gonna let you go, folks. This is Bill and Deb with I Ride Tiny House Adventures. I'm still going to use that same tagline. Well, we're not camping.
We are living.
Y'all get out there and do some living. But hopefully it's a lot better than what we've been experiencing the last few weeks. Y'all take care. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.